16th of April, 4:16. Which I was guided to some scripture on that. So if you might want to check that out, or not. I thought that was interesting. But, so I came on and I pulled some oracles, because the energy's been very interesting. Third eye chakra, definitely an activation here from the harmonic light. We're being hit with harmonic light activation frequency for the blueprint, and you probably heard it with the Schumann, which is also us, okay? It's also us, the Schumann, we're seeing us. The pyramids are being activated. Your ears may or still be ringing, unless, you have tendinitis. Clearly see a medical doctor if you need to. But a lot of, like, the difference. It's a loud, high-pitched sound. Yesterday was intense. I believe there were earthquakes yesterday. We are being hit with frequency. And the Schumann is because of the false light structure template. Okay, for those who understand that the light bulb in the sky is just that. It's the light bulb, it's the sun, it's not real. You can only keep a false light construct on something natural, organic. It's not going to stay long. It's a false matrix. It's like I don't even know if it's a phantom matrix. It's a false matrix. So we're heading into full spectrum. Okay, and that's a real thing, and also being scoped. I'm getting the scoped, full spectrum scope through these pyramids, energetically on a frequency level for these new blueprints. Also was understanding about scrolls. Actually, some of you have seen the scrolls as well above, through the veil in the sun. There's a lot of scrolls. Books are open. Pages are being read. We are being rewritten. That's why the Anunnaki are here. They're releasing. I'm hearing a false template. I literally just heard that false template, which the Earth Star Chakra, which is us, but also Kai, Pachamama, piece of Tiamat that we're on, the crown chakra, our crown chakra, but I was also getting guided to the crown of Christ, the crown of thorns. I feel like I've actually captured that the other day in the veil. A lot of things being revealed. There's a timing here. There's a cosmic event, spiritual event, supernatural event, right? Through the harmonic flight. Some of you that came in that split off, I'm getting splitting of the atom as well. I feel like they're doing something again with splitting the atom. But a splitting of the atom, hence Adam and Eve. And I was guided to the story of Adam and Eve, so take it or leave it, but I'm gonna just put it out there. The story of Adam and Eve, and how kindergartenish of how they, meaning the Anunnaki, really insults humanity's intelligence with an apple. That's actually kind of insulting a kindergartner, and this isn't to insult or impugn anybody, but the apple would be the consciousness, a fall from grace, if you will, into a different level of consciousness. All right, I'm getting shown a lot of things about different levels of consciousness happening right now, so just bear with me. And it's connected to the story of Adam and Eve, so take that or leave that. And that was Inky. And I'm like getting this information. I'm like, oh, okay, well, thanks, Inky, because I know it was Inky. But I'm seeing the fall from grace on so many different levels, meaning you're here, right? You're here. Adam and Eve crossed the fiery Moloch. Okay, the apple is not a real apple, clearly, right? They crossed the fiery Moloch. I'm hearing to go either blindly in the night, because they were built as slaves. They're built as slaves. And then Enki gave them consciousness for them to realize that they were slaves and to choose, to have a choice. Free will isn't always so free, right? There are consequences. So that consequence was crossing the fiery Moloch, which would be the apple, which would procreate. Something to do with that. And like splitting of this, the two came in together, was one, but split off into two. And that goes along with what they call the twin flame journey here. I have a lot of that energy right here. I do have a lot of that energy, and I understand. Yeah, there's something, there's a pulse happening here. Hold on, there's a pulse in the Earth Star chakra, and I don't know if that's like the pulse of like CERN. I'm also hearing red alert. We are in the passing of, okay, the Passover. The Passover is Wormwood, Nibiru, of Christ, where they, this has to do with Christ right now, and this isn't about organized religion. This has to do with, I'm going to show you the signs. The signs have been like a split off of time with the axe, okay? Some kind of split off of timelines. They're moving timelines, and then this is just how it came to, was shown to me, came to me, and I thought this was like, whoa. They're not even hiding it, okay? They put it in a plain in your face. So yesterday I was guided to 1971 for a whole separate situation. So I was like, oh, you know, I pay attention to the numbers. So 1971, so back to the White House put out a statement about advances have not stopped, but something has gone wrong. Stagnation was a choice we have weighed down our builders and innovators. The well-intentioned regulatory regime of the 1970s became an ever-tightening ratchet, first hampering America's ability to become a net energy, okay, get it, net energy exporter, and then making it harder and harder to build. We seem to have lost focus and vision. We have lowered our sights. That's a level of consciousness as well. Let's let systems and structures and bureaucracies muddle us along, but we are capable of so much more. Our technologies permit us to manipulate time and space. They leave distance inhalated, cause things to grow and improve productivity. So they're admitting they're moving through time, they're bending time. And before that came out, shown to me, I saw in, was it on this or was it, might be on my phone? I can actually pull it up. Hold on one quick second. So over, the meteor came through Mexico, because that's a portal. And it came through a plaza with a watchtower and the watch. And I posted that in the community. I was shown about the time split with the watch. Two magnets. Magnets are warping time, splitting time, shifting time, psychic shift. A lot of things about consciousness right now, even with the Earth Star Chakra, with the Anunnaki being here, treaties happening, rewriting of treaties, releasing treaties over humanity. Decisions are being made about humanity. Well, we're the souls, really, but you know, this world calls it humanity. Let me just find this real quick to show you what are just, these are just the signs. Does it on this thing or what? Because I know I saw it. Just give me a second here. Oh, Mexico, let's find you. Right here, media. I wish I spoke Spanish, because if you know where this is, then you know where this is. Share it in the comments if you do. Okay, I'm going to show this. This is in the date, okay? Everything is a sign about this, like everything. Okay, so it's today, 4/16 at 3:47, and I actually, when I screenshotted this particular thing, it was 034707. So I thought those numbers was significant. So the media coming over. And there's the tower, the watch tower. That's a sign, okay? And then with the eruption going on. Yeah, the West Coast is gonna, well, the East Coast is too, but the West Coast is gonna rock because you have a lot of, so with Nibiru here, there's just a lot, it's an opening, it's an opening of a way, magnetically, which warps time, it's a warp. It's literally a warp in our world. It creates a lot of ripple effect. I'm hearing indestruction. So there's that. But this harmonic flight, this is another level of consciousness, a psychic shift for you. All right, a psychic shift within the community. Clearly different levels of consciousness. So back to Adam and Eve, which I'm like, okay, we're going there. Crossing the fiery Moloch was not supposed to procreate, but those were that's how the karma of family line began. Because you're talking about two gods, or more actually, but of this place, all right? This isn't, even though we're divine, we are divine creator of all that is, we are, but we were made by Anunnaki, and we are, but we have the divine in us. We're actually more advanced than they are. Let's put it that way, and we really are. We're just not aware of it. But many are now aware of it and waking. I don't even want to say waking. Like the DNA is at the activation level. This is an activation level. So these treaties that were signed by the Anunnaki, it's just what the changing of the heartbeat is here. Okay, the Schumann. Oh, it's creating a mirror here. Look at, there's a ripple in time. Okay, and the Schumann will affect you. It'll make your ears ring. It can give you heart palpitations. It'll mess with the electronics here. It's a pulse, all right? It's a pulse for those who are supposed to receive that, okay? Two worlds. I'm getting a splitting of. Two worlds, opening of a way. A Kundalini awakening. The ancients are here. Yeah, they're rewriting codes. There's codes. For those who understand about codes and all that, they're rewriting like codes. It's like a guitar. It's like a guitar. It's like a musical instrument. Okay, it's a higher level of a sound tone frequency here. Because if you don't understand, the music here is altered. It's altered for a lower state of consciousness. I mean, look around you, really. That one's not complicated to see. That's Lucifer's symphony. A lot is being revealed about Lucifer as well. And remember, seek the truth and you shall find me. Christ, right, which is you and me, the Christ code, the Christ light. But there is the Christ as well, the cosmic Christ. And you shall be disturbed. And because you're disturbed, the more you are truly going to want to understand more about who you are in the Christ codes. Like the Pleiades, these what they call star systems, their energy, their frequency that we're connected to, because we're connected to all things, not just this realm, all things, like all things. It's a cosmic connect. Some are aligning with you. Some of you who came in together, you split off. All right, this goes back to harmonic flight. You split off to come in together. But it has to begin with you, okay? And I'm going to say this carefully. If you're sitting around thinking someone defines who you are, this isn't for you, okay? Because someone doesn't define who you define who you are. Your connection with yourself, your understanding your soul, understanding you, looking at your shadow stuff. It's a lot. Spiritual awakening isn't all rainbows and sunshine. It is really can be quite depressing and a shocker of reality. Hence, seek the truth and you shall find me. And you will be disturbed. That's a guarantee. When you start understanding how low the consciousness is here. Because you don't want to engage in that. You've always known, right? But we're here for an experience. So we go through these different timelines, different frequencies, and soul connections, soul contracts as well. And you can rewrite soul contracts. You have that ability. Not all soul contracts are for this lifetime. They're to close out other old ways of what used to be, what you used to do, what you don't remember, what you are remembering, bringing through patterns and behaviors from a different, for real, from a different timeline, because this whole place, right, on a bigger scale, on a bigger energetic scale, all right, think of like a musical instrument, it's been put on a low tone. Okay, that's the fall of consciousness. A low tone that's fed, right? Fed by the system that is archonic, right? The archons is a low, you know, that's why we came through. It's why we came through. I can't, and I did take this, I'll leave this, but I keep hearing like Lucifer was here a long time. All right, when before any humanity, like walked out here and walked a lonely road. Like a lot of these songs, I don't know, take it or leave it. A lot of these songs are about the Luciferian journey, whatever the freak that really means. Like I get shown like this one being walking alone. It is a being. It's a level of consciousness that infiltrates another level of consciousness. Like God works through people, places, and things. Right, the divine. So doesn't Lucifer. Like that. So different levels of a consciousness. There's a splitting happening right now. Something to do with the crown of thorns. And we are the crown of thorns, right? And we're always, you know, lessons and blessings. And we can be our own crown of thorns as well, which is something about humility, humbling with this timeline right now to catapult you. So back to seek the truth and you shall find me, right? And when you are disturbed, that's when the soul and you, like you, the soul, makes changes for a higher, to connect into a higher vibration for yourself. I'm hoping that makes sense. Where I'm hearing like get your wings, I'm getting like wing activation. And because you have wings, that's why you have, that's why you have shoulder blades, because you really have wings. And that's why you have ribs, because you really have wings. But they're in a different vibration. Something to do with some of you are really connecting in at that level, which is really a high vibrational level. Welcome. I'm being shown this heart activation. Some of you get somebody coming in here. Not somebody. You're like the connection. It activates the heart chakra. It's a different, unexpected. I'm getting like unexpected. But I also feel the earth, like what we're on, Tiamat. Because I'm being shown the dragon. I'm being shown like like mirrored dragon. A mirroring the ethers. Seamless and I don't have my glasses, so just bear with me a second. The seamless unspoken, number 11, which is unity within yourself. Some of you have been doing I don't want to even say it's work. I don't mean it like that. You've just been loving you to evolve into a higher consciousness for yourself, right? Not for nobody, and I'm seeing 911. For yourself, nobody else but yourself. And that aligns you to this vibration you're meant to connect with because of you came in together. I'm sorry, I'm really, this card is sticking out to me with the dragons here. The dragons and the pyramid. Like an awakening of the dragon. The etheric, ancestral lines. DNA code activations. I'm getting 13 strands. I know everyone says it's 12. I don't follow everybody. I keep getting 13 strands. So we'll see. All right, let me read this if I can. I do not have my glasses, so this should be fun. This should just be so much fun. Oh yeah, this is interesting. 0 point field. Cut it out, Archangel. Excuse me. 0 point field. The void. Blank canvas. Threshold. Anything is possible. Being in between. Okay, anything is possible. Time to choose what you want to bring into life. Bringing to life a vision in one's mind, right? Because it's a mind trip here. Wanting to bring into life endless possibilities, limitlessness, and paradox, which I feel like has to do with the time. It's a paradox with the media. That's a sign. That's a sign from the heavens. And I feel like a lot of you, well, a percentage of you understand this when you're seeing these signs, these events. This is a spiritual event, not a religious one, man. It's a spiritual one. There's a rising up. There's a retrieving of Lucifer's soul as well, and with the crossing of Christ. So this is interesting in this time frame that we're in right now, with Passover being before Easter. And then I was shown, honestly, what they say Easter is, even like it has nothing to do with anything at all, or what they say at all. And I thought that was interesting because I couldn't come up with that. And I just, even on a, like, for real, even on a good day, like I really was shown, like, take yourself completely out of the grid, right? Even the Sumerian stuff, like back up, like back up of just Mother Earth, and the eggs are seeds, right? Because this is a harvesting. Well, it's not a harvesting. October is, but this is a planting of, right? Mother Earth wakes up. But she starts to sprout new life. Right? Bunnies give babies, deer give babies. Everything's birthing right now. I don't know, they turned into something completely different in a religious thing. And again, you believe what you want. That's all on you. I just understood the whole different aspect of it. They took like that natural template and made it dark, which is weird. And then put Christ on top of that. And they always use the lily with Christ, which I find that interesting. And I felt I was getting like us, arising up. Like I was showing Gabriel's horn and arising up. But I even got like step back further. Before that, I kept getting before that and before that to the natural wave of here. Like go out into the woods. That natural wave. Not all the other crap that's on top of what a tree just got cut down for, and so on, for like the natural way of giving birth. We plant seeds. A lot of us do gardening. We plant seeds. That's the egg, right? I don't know how it got turned into Anana, and then Enlil, and then I don't know. And I'm not. Maybe they use that as a time marker for something. Wormwood is, that's all real. Nibiru, wormwood, the passing of, the crossing of Christ, the veil opening up, the Messiah coming through, like that's all going to really happen. But they use this as a time marker where the veil must be really thin. It's a resurrection. But I was just getting shown back more of a resurrection of what's like permaculture. We're part of permaculture too. But the actual permaculture here, that's what this is about. So all this other stuff, you do you, boo-boo. You all believe what you want, but I understood. Like it's like they take a wallpaper and we're gonna make it this and we're gonna make it that, because they use it for ritual, for their own agenda, because they took everything that was light and brought it down here into a lower consciousness for their own selfish gain. Because when you're in religion isn't religion, man, it's magic. It's magic. It's really a lot of magic and supernatural and spiritual. Religion is just a label to separate you from you and the Most High. But it brings some people comfort. So I'm not, but it's bigger than that, is my point. The template, the original I'm getting. And so I was shown something along the lines with that, with the pyramids and the frequency hitting the pyramids, because remember they just discovered, wink wink, that there's more underneath the pyramids, which sets the vibration and tone of this place. And it has to do with the Anunnaki being here, and I'm being shown in a Nibiru ship, And that does very much look like, you know, if I had to be like, okay, this represents, this represents Nibiru's ship. Some of you are feeling it. I'm getting being scanned by the ancients, but there's something to do with a scroll with humanity right now. And a releasing of which could be a dropping of the veil, because the veil's just really dropped. Like, I'm sure there's probably more it can drop, absolutely, but it's dropped. So, new blueprints. And this is why a lot of folks are getting guided, and you're feeling it for you to let go, right? Let go of what is low vibrational to you, what brings you down, whatever that is. You know, you're being woke for a purpose, for your purpose. You know, I mean, your whole being here is a purpose, but there's another level here for some of you, for many of you, or all of you. To surrender. You could be rewriting your own as well. That you can do that. You can go and rewrite some things. You could be doing some writing to release as well. Stepping through to the other side, because you're really a realm bridger. You bring information through from other realms into this realm. Over the falsities and structures I'm hearing. That's interesting. For this radical expansion, connecting in with the ancients, because, excuse me, they're here, and some of you may be being visited by them. But they're appearing to you. That's going to be more and more is going to be revealed with that. There's going to be more that will. You know, I guess depends on, you know, who you are and what you're doing out there. So I'm going to, where is it? I'm going to read that. The activation of this blueprint here. Be the change, take action, take step, no matter how small, and ignite an upward spiral. Right? The Kundalini rising within you. Make a positive change, ethics and compassion, creating a ripple of light. They are warping time. They are bending time. They are creating ripples. And then they are, meaning the Anunnaki, they are, trump all of them. They are. I was getting shown Back to the Future, with the meteor going by the watchtower, the clock tower in Mexico, in that particular plaza there. That's for a reason. There are no accidents. So be the change you wish to see. An empowering mantra to remind us that we can step up and create the blueprints for the world we want to know. And I feel like there's going to be it's coming for society, for humanity to stand and defend for themselves, for our rights, because there's something, they are trying to suppress the energy that's coming through. They know more, meaning the governments, they know what's up. And they're going to try another lockdown. That's coming. And it's going to be a civil rising with that. And there is. It's like a humanity test. Like, we got to stand up for ourselves. No way should ever we allow anyone to lock us down. It's ridiculous. So, despite our desire to see change, we can be overwhelmed by all that is going on in the world, and making a positive impact can seem impossible. It is healthy to have an interest in what is happening around us, but it's important not to become so disheartened that we can't find the inner light, that we can't see the solution, right? That goes back to being in this world, but not of this world. That's why I was getting guided to take a step back when I was being shown about Easter, to step back further, to get a different vantage point, a bigger picture. And I understand what all this means, right? To ignite even the tiniest natural beauty on this incredible world, blue planet that we're on. And they are organizations and solo game changers creating an amazing transformation all the time. Shift your focus onto what is possible rather than what isn't. Stepping forward with action, however small, and benefit the vibration, right, of the planet, of the world, of society, of humanity, right, in some way, shape, or form. We have more of a voice than we realize. That's why at the beginning I was like, we are even more evolved than them. We've just like been dormant, meaning the Anunnaki. We are actually, I don't want to use the word more powerful, but we are. They made us, they gave it, we have the God spark. And I'm not saying they don't have the God spark, but something we have, I'm getting like the 13th strand they don't have. Like they only have so many strands. We have more for a higher level of consciousness, which is probably epic when achieved. So stepping forward with action, however small, will benefit, the vibration of this place. We have more of a voice, than we realize. Consumers, interesting word, right? Consumers, as consumers, because that's how they look at us, that we're consumers, right? Where are you, Dawn? Where did that just go? We can direct our energy and make a difference through ethical choices by stepping out of our own needs and wants. What a concept, right? We can help someone less privileged, less fortunate, and we can pick up the trash by being present with someone or smile at those we share a path with. Small acts create a ripple of goodness in the world. Consider how all beings can cohabit this glorious planet. Could you design a blueprint for ethical, compassionate, heart-centered living? It's almost like, going to some place that has never been touched by man, so to speak, or walked on, right? Let's say like walked on, like, or exploring an area that hasn't been explored. Or like even camping, like you leave it the way it was before you left. You don't leave your blueprint. Something about that not, and that's unfortunately gone on. Look around you. The blueprint has been completely altered. Something to do about that with going back to that, which could mean a lot of storms, a lot of earthquakes. These storms, for a reason, they're cleansing. They're a cleansing of this place. This matrix will fall, and it will fall. These storms are higher vibrational energies, or you can believe it's just somebody pushing a button to create a storm. Same difference. We're talking about energy. So hang on, because the ancients are rewriting some stuff right now. And some of you know this. Like some of you communicate with the guardians, the council. You know this. You're aware of this. Something to do with the treaty. The treaty has to do with a treaty over humanity right now, which means the veil is going to drop more, and you're going to see more. Interesting. A lot of blue. That's a lot of throat chakra. There's a pathway opening up here, and I believe it's going to be a physical one. I believe it is a physical one. This is a serious impulse, the crown chakra, right? The unlimited self. I'm getting like neutron star activation. Oh, I got validation on that. The neutron star activation. Oh. Well, we have a neutron star, if you don't know that. We are the neutron star. Life force energy. The crystal keys, the awakened in awareness. Yeah, they're opening, honestly, I'm getting like they're punching a hole through the veil. I'm also seeing this as if you look at a telescope and look into it from the other end of it that it's looking out of, something to do with that. Somebody maybe the James Webb telescope, I don't know, something looking back at it. I'm also getting like crystal keys to open, could be the pit as well. The life force, definitely a lot to do with our life force energy. 34, a lot of activation here. Balanced forces, which is going to create a lot of storms for this transformation right now. Connect in and surround yourself with the violet flame. like some of you are really getting more activations with your gifts and abilities. I'm seeing specifically with the hands. See the hands, the chi. Okay, the chi. See the hands with the chi. Chi. Interesting. I also see the two that come together as one with the chi. Like you're one hand, the other person's the other hand, but together you're one. For whoever that resonates with. To take harmonic flight. Some of you are surrendering. You're truly letting go. Some of you, your world's like flipping upside down because it has to. To shift, for a psychic shift. For a serious psychic shift to happen. Some psychic shifts are more disturbing than others. They're not all glorious and wonderful, but they're necessary. Those are like big aha moments. It's like, again, you know, you're around whatever and you're sitting in a different perspective of things and you're just like, you know, really not really doing this anymore kind of energy because you've surrendered. You're being shown something different, something better. Releasing something that could be have been controlling, like mind control, which could be some connection as well. A lot of mind control. Some of you been, because I'm seeing like the womb, connected to the womb, to the head, to keep you stuck in a loop, okay? And to be freed from that. To be freed from the that's interesting. Because I'm seeing two. I'm also seeing like some of you are connected to someone that really keeps you in loops. Not keeps you, because you have free will and all. Feeling this way, and the letting go, learning how to let go. Some of you, I'm getting learning to fly. Some folks have no idea how to do any kind of meditation out there or release any of this stuff. Something about being shown or guided with that. You could have, some of you could have children with someone that you're in this loop with. To keep you in I'm hearing on a low budget. Wow, that was weird. And you're meant to fly. Like you're that psychic shift happening. Learning how to release the lower vibration, lower frequencies in your life. And that's people, places, and things, energies that bring you down, stressed out, controlling, addictions, anything that puts you in a lower state of consciousness and being, releasing that. And some of you have already gone through that. I mean, it does never really finish, but everyone's at their own frequency. Take that or leave that, but I just want to make sure I got everything, because I was really I'm like, Adam and Eve, this is what we're going to start off with. Okay. And you can take that or leave that. It's not a debate. It's just what I was shown and guided to share. So I honor and trust that. You believe what you want. You do you. But I understood that with the Adam and Eve and the procreating and the levels of consciousness would put them in a denser reality where the lifespan is short. It's like, when you have that first piece of chocolate, then you're like, oh my God, I love chocolate. What was that? Oh my God. And you keep eating chocolate. Chocolate's awesome, don't get me wrong, but you get sick after a while. Like something to do with us, like the souls of, the essence of Adam and Eve was a higher vibration down into the meat suit. Mortality, made mortal. Mortality. And it hurts. And it really hurts. Being mortal is not a fun time sometimes. And it clearly has. It's a double-edged sword here. So I was just showing that with the Adam and Eve thing. And levels of consciousness and the levels of what fall from grace means. And I'm not talking the ones that actually that fell and are the archons that are in here controlling this. But that's up. Something to do with that is up. It's like a release of a contract with Anunnaki, maybe others too. but something to do with the releasing of a contract, a treaty, not a contract, a treaty. That might have been done in 1970, because 1970 and 71 was really circled and highlighted. Has something to do with that, but in a different time and space. I don't know if that's going to make sense to many, but it's okay. It is what it is. So I'm going to wrap this up. I thought that was a pretty interesting message. Bluebirds and blue jays. Some of you are going to come see them. That's a messenger to show you a sign for something that you've been seeking for a sign. That's some of you are going to have that as a sign. You'll know that for you, because it's going to be different, but somebody's looking for a sign. That will be a sign. I'm going to end that there. You are love and you are light. You truly, truly are the divine spark. There is no separation. It's just this consciousness that can make you feel that way. Peace be with all of you.